Hello, welcome to my therapy session. We're gonna talk about overthinking while I eat some green beans. If overthinking was an Olympic sport, I would have all of the medals. I have never approached a situation like a normal human being in my entire life. Everything, I just blow into some giant issue, and it's a problem because most of the time I don't need to be overthinking anything. I can't even think straight. The world is ending, the sky is falling, my house is crashing down on top of me. Well, see, that did happen, but that's beside the point. But then there are the things that I overthink that I don't need to overthink, that can't be easily controlled, that I can't just write down and be like, it's okay. For example, talking to friends. My brain is under the poor impression that all my friends hate me, and I know that's not true. I am so aware that it's not true. My friends have never told me they hate me. They've never told me that they don't want to talk to me or whatever. They are always reassuring because they know my brain's a mess. But I'm still over here evaluating every text message or every goodbye, and it's just awful, and I'll think about it for like the next 7 years, and then I'll be actually depressed. Like, it will send me into this awful spiral of depression, and I'll just be like, okay, well, they said that, well, this other person said this, and then that other person said that. Maybe they're all together and it's a big joke they're playing on me, and it's not healthy, and these are all, I mean, they're lies that I'm telling myself. Like, choke on a green bean. But if the day doesn't go exactly how I've planned it in my head, like if one thing goes wrong, if we're a second later than I want us to be, if I hit traffic, if any little tiny kink hits my plan that I have in my head, I will just be wrecked. Nothing can salvage it. I'm just destroyed. Everything has to go exactly how I want it to go in my head. I want the world to work around my issues, and that's not how things work, and I need to learn that, and I'm saying it out loud and realizing that I am a mess. Gosh, Abby, why are you like this? It's probably because when I was a kid, I actually did have people who would hang out with me as a joke. As an 8-year-old, maybe they did like me, I don't know. But it totally damaged me. Like, anytime I liked someone, I have to ask them, hey, is this a joke? Like, are you serious? Because I'm convinced that everything is a joke. And like, I still think this with friends that I've had for decades. I'd actually be kind of impressed if it was a joke at this point because they have kept up. My stupid brain, I'm trying to train my brain to not think like that. And it's working for the most part, and I try to, every time I get those thoughts, I start noticing that I'm starting to be passive aggressive in messages or in conversation. I'm like, okay, I'm more than these degrading thoughts, because you're more than the degrading thoughts in your head. Ugh, it's so hard. I don't like admitting this stuff. I'm gonna cry. My default emotion is anger, and I don't like it. That's another thing we're working on. That's for another video, another day. I think it's hard to admit that you have faults, and it's extra hard when I'm admitting them and then slowly realizing that they're like way worse than I thought they were. When I'm in the depressive spiral that I get into when I start convincing myself that I'm not worthy of having friends. They usually pass after a couple days. Like, I will be in these depressive slumps for days because someone said one thing wrong, or they showed up late 5 minutes to something, or I didn't get gas where I wanted to get gas. Like, they're the tiniest little things that for some reason affect how my entire brain decides to work. It's such a dangerous thing for my poor brain to have to go through those mood swings when I'm having a great day and then someone says something tiny bit rude and I'm like, that's it, you're right. I don't deserve to be happy. Is that it? I know I deserve to be happy. Like, I know that we all deserve to be happy. But I think it's just because I'm surrounded by so many people going through so much that I feel like I'm not allowed to be happy. This got really deep really fast. Okay, I don't want to end on that note though, because that's such a depressive note. I don't know, I need to work through it in some way. Okay, yeah. We'll be okay. Everything will be okay. We're just in the day and be glad in it. I'll see you guys later. Bye.